ITBP was supposed to provide 1,000 personnel to man a 10,000 bed facility. They were reduced to just 100, and that to be working in shifts. Clearly, this facility wasn't manned.
No, it is not that the facility was not there. I don't say that. As obviously there are like 3 multiple departments and maybe plus more departments who are handling this, COVID center. And I cannot
Madam,
say that
I don't think you understand my question. I'm saying 1,000 personnel from the ITBP were turned to 100 because there was only 250 bed occupancy. That would have left a massive amount of space unmanned. Ms. Abbas?
No, there has to be, Ms. Chaudhary, there has to be some reason behind it. I don't know what is the reason behind it. That I don't even know that you're saying this, that, the manpower was less and it was not enough according to the COVID center requirement. But I'm sure there has to be some reason behind it. There were enough people there to handle the beds. But obviously something which has happened cannot be blamed over, or something which cannot be shifted. That yes, I really think that the government needs to take in the plan, and we should have to come up with an answer. We together, like Delhi government and the central government, has to come up with the answer
It's a little bizarre because I'm not being able to understand this. But having said that, I'll come back to the both of you. I want to cut across to Munish Pandey, who's joining me live right now. Munish Pandey, what is the word coming in from the ITBP right now?
Yeah, well, at this point of time, ITBP is trying to defend themselves, but the biggest question is that in a COVID center, where it has been promised that there will be security provided to every person, not only in terms of women, but also the male persons who have been admitted there, because you have to maintain strict protocol and social distancing. But even in that aspect also, on 15th of July, this minor was raped by 2 persons. They were also COVID positive, and at this point of time, the Delhi police maintains that they have lodged an FIR. They are investigating, but ITBP still trying to defend themselves. They are saying that they will probe this matter, and only after a detailed probe they will be able to give anything in concrete. Back to you.
All right, okay. Munish, any word on why from 1,000 ITBP police, ITBP personnel, it was moved to just 100, because 100 working in shifts cannot man a facility such as this?
Yeah, well, remember, Preeti, in this case, the number of people who have been admitted still in that COVID facility, they are very less in number. Almost 250 people have been admitted in that COVID center, and that is why the number of ITBP personnel were reduced at that point of time. But this can't be excused, because even in that case also, there has to be enough amount of security for all the people who have been admitted, because there are strict protocols even for the COVID patients.
But clearly that wasn't provided, Munish, and that's the big question. And who's answerable? Because right now it's really lovely to sit and say that it's unfortunate that this has happened. But Raghav, the fact is, if we are going to go ahead and say we are going to open a 10,000 bed facility, we need to have enough support staff to man it, to provide security.
No, absolutely. And I think the way the operations as well as the maintenance of the facility was initially envisaged as well as implemented was, keeping that in mind, that a facility as big as this, which is touted as the biggest COVID facility in Asia, and needs to have the requisite number of security personnel as well as doctors, etc., and paramedics as well as other staff members, and therefore a professional body like the ITBP was brought in. In fact, whether you know this or not, we had written a letter to the Honorable Home Minister saying that this is a huge facility. Of course, we are setting it up. Of course, all arrangements from water to electricity, from bedding, etc., are being made. But we would require, great amount of manpower to run a facility like this. And it is at that point in time that the Honorable Home Minister was gracious enough to give his consent to, the deployment of adequate number of ITBP personnel. Now, all these things, whether they were available in the right numbers, whether it was properly CCTV'd, what was the reason, how did it, go unnoticed? In fact, from what one is reading and what one is being given to understand, it is only after the girl, the victim of this, unfortunate act, had confided in one of her relatives that this thing actually got out. the ITBP
No, that's the
personnel
sad part.
are those who are there
Nikhat,
at the facility.
I need to move on,
government
Raghav, but I
cannot
want to
just,
take a quick comment from Nikhat. Can you hear me, Nikhat?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Preeti.
Nikhat, the question is,
What
the
Mr.
ITBP
Chadda
reports
is
to the
trying
Home
do right
Ministry.
now is directly trying to blame the family and the central government. I mean, you should have that,
Who is
to
blaming the
take that
family?
blame
Am
that
I
yes,
blaming the
something has
family?
happened and you are responsible for the security.
What's wrong
For the
with that?
security, Mr. Chadda, Delhi government is responsible or not? You have to answer me this. That do you really think that COVID centers, security is
It was under the ITBP, Nikhat.
I mean, you can't just face off like
Yeah,
that.
you get some literate people to
All
debate
right, okay,
with
I'm
me.
going to close. Okay, Nikhat, the ITBP is reports to the Home Ministry.
Agreed, and that is the reason I'm saying that whatever has happened will be taken care of.
Okay,
And
fine.
I'm sure
All right, okay.
the government will work on that.
Okay, I'm going to
Mr. Chadda
appreciate
cannot
you
just
both
play
for
the
joining
blame
us.
game right
Appreciate
now.
you both for joining us.